Honorable Tun Haji Akma, Deputy Minister, Ministry of the Energy Transition and Water Transformation. Datu Sri Muhammad Iqbal, Deputy Chairman, KSI Strategic Institute for Asia Pacific. Tan Sri Michael Ye, President, KSI Strategic Institute for the Asia Pacific. Datu Alvin T, Executive Director, Malaysia-China Business Council. Mr. Zhou Li, Deputy-in-Chief, China Daily. Mr. Chen Xin-Fai, CEO of Star Media Group. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, good morning. 大家早上好. It is a pleasure and honor to be invited to Malaysia-China Commemorative Forum and deliver an address. On behalf of the Chinese Embassy in Malaysia, I give my warmest congratulations to the successful convening this forum. My heartfelt gratitude goes to the friends from the China Daily, KSI Strategic Institute for Asia Pacific, Star Media Group, Sindhu Daily, and the Malaysia-China Business Council. It is their painstaking efforts and dedication to work that have availed this perfectly organized event to us. Thank you. Thank you very much. This year marks 50th anniversary of the China-Malaysia establishing diplomatic relations and the year of the China-Malaysia friendship. Having this seminar now is both timely and of great relevance to the future development of the both countries. It provides people a great platform to exchange views on the important issues concerning the two countries' future development in the field of the politics, economic development, and the cultural interactions, from which we will gain valuable insight and wisdom. Malaysia and China are good neighbors, close friends, trustworthy partners, and well sharing brothers whose friendship dates back to the thousands of years ago. Since establishing diplomatic relations 50 years ago, relations between the two countries keep progressing in leaps and bounds, which is always at the forefront of the China relations with the ASEAN countries. President Xi Jinping's historical visit to Malaysia in 2013 opened a new chapter in the two countries' relations development, during which comprehensive strategic partnership was built between China and Malaysia. 10 years later, Prime Minister Anwar visited China and reached an important consensus with President Xi Jinping on building the China-Malaysia community with a shared future, both of whom draw a new blueprint for the two countries' future development. The past 50 years has seen the tremendous achievements made in various fields between China and Malaysia, which cannot happen without the wise guidance of the leaders, cooperation between the different entities, and the support of the people from both countries. High-level leadership is the fundamental safeguard in fostering the leapfrog development in China-Malaysia relations. 50 years ago, with great insight and vision, Tun Haji Abdul Razak bin Datuk Hussein, the then Prime Minister of Malaysia, timely adjusted Malaysia's foreign policy and enabled Malaysia, the first ASEAN country, founding member country, to establish the diplomatic relations with China, which opened a new chapter in the China-Malaysia relations and ushered the China-ASEAN relations into a new era. Since then, China and Malaysia began to genuinely support and assist each other in terms of the needs and the difficulties, whose relations has been recognized as an exemplary one in the region. Last year witnessed the China-Malaysia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership being enhanced to the co-building of the China-Malaysia community with a shared future. This great leap marked an epoch-setting event for both countries. Leaders came to visit each other in high frequency as relatives and friends do. On China's side, Zhao Leji, the chairman of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress of China, Han Zheng, Vice President of China, Wang Yi, Director of the Office of the Central Commission for the Foreign Affairs and the Minister of the Foreign Affairs, Wang Xiaohong, State Councilor and the Minister of the Public Security, visited Malaysia. On Malaysia's side, Prime Minister Anwar visited China twice. Datuk Sri Haji Fadilah, Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia, Tan Sri Datuk Johari, Speaker of the House of the Representatives, and many other ministers visited China last year. I became a lot more busy than before hosting the Chinese delegations from the minister level to the city level every month, for which I'm happy despite the busy. Comprehensive and practical cooperation is the essential driving force upgrading China-Malaysia relations in all the fields. Numbers tell best. In 1974, the China-Malaysia bilateral trade volume was less than $0.2 billion, and last year's figure surpassed $190 billion, which is 950 times more than that of the 1974. Now, China has been Malaysia's largest trading partners for 15 consecutive years, and Malaysia remains China's second largest trading partner and the largest resource of the import in ASEAN countries. Malaysia is an important maritime Silk Road country, also one of the first to welcome and join the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI flagship projects such as East Coast Rail Link, ECRL, and the two countries' twin parks have made impressive achievements and rendered tangible benefits to people of both countries. China is now focused on the development of new quality productive forces, for which it provided Malaysia more cooperation opportunities in the field of AI, big data, digital economy, green development, new energy vehicles, and other newly emerging industries. Flows from the above cooperation will surely bring benefits to both peoples and in a profound way. People-to-people bond is underlying force enabling the ever consolidate and enrich the relations between China and Malaysia. Chinese and the Malaysia people began friendly exchange as early as 2,000 years ago. Admiral Zheng He 5 times visited Malacca stories are well known in both countries. After the COVID-19 pandemic, more and more Chinese students came to study in Malaysia. According to the Malaysia statistics, there are more than 40,000 Chinese students now studying in the Malaysia universities. Chinese universities are also seeing an increasing number of Malaysia students, whose current number is more than 10,000. China and Malaysia has always been each other's hotspot tourism destinations for a long time. The end of last year's annual visa-free entry policies enabled the peoples of both countries to visit each other whenever they like. which is such a great news to both. Now, the tourism coming to Malaysia from China has grown to more than 270,000 per month, which is still expected to be growing. During the 5 days of the International Work Days holiday alone, Chinese tourism to Malaysia increased by more than 80%. Another good news, just yesterday, the China President Xi Jinping announced in France that the visa-free policy for the citizens from the 12 countries, including Malaysia, to come to China will be extended until the end of the 2025, which will further promote the exchange and the cooperation between our two countries. Flights between China and Malaysia has now increased to more than 350 per week. All these figures and news are good tellers of the ever-growing closeness between the two peoples and countries. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, hand in hand, China and Malaysia has co-created the glorious past 50 years history, which is a good record of the genuine friendship and fabulous achievements. In the coming 50 years, China and Malaysia will hold hands even closer in forgoing ahead, co-building the China-Malaysia community with a shared future. We should deepen win-win cooperation in various fields on the basis of respecting each other's development paths. We should bring more benefits to people on the basis of conducting more practical cooperation. We should uphold justice in international arena on the basis of respecting each other's core interests and national dignity. Let us work together to further deepen political mutual trust, strengthening communication and coordination on major issues, and consolidate the political foundation of the China-Malaysia relations under the guidance of the co-building of the China-Malaysia community with a shared future, and Malaysia-Madani, the two ideas of which are highly compatible to each other. We will further strengthen the strategic docking, upgrading the BRI, high-quality development implementation, released the potential strengths in 5G, big data, cloud computing, AI, and other newly emerging industry, and created a new growth point in digital economy and green development. We will further enhance humanistic exchange by providing more opportunities to facilitate people-to-people exchange, investing more in fields of education, science and technology, culture, public health, and tourism, etc. We should also strengthen the cooperation on the regional affairs and jointly build the China-ASEAN community with a shared future on a closer bonded basis. Looking back, we are full of pride. Expecting forward, we are full of the confidence. Let us work together under the strategic guidance of the leaders of the both countries and make the next 50 years another glory of China-Malaysia relations. Once again, I wish Malaysia-China Commemorative Forum a great success. Thank you.